No, this is not YouTube drama or beef or anything like that. Nii Yemoh and I are perfectly fine. I just have some ideas to share about some things that he said. You are looking for beef, yeah. So we can all agree by now that Nii Yemoh is the father of Ghanaian YouTube. It's a rite of passage now that if you start YouTube in Ghana, you get interviewed by Nii Yemoh and you're on your way. That's just the way it is right now. And he has done a lot of work for the Ghanaian YouTube space, and at this point in time, he has cemented his place. He's the guy. So a couple of weeks ago, Nii Yemoh made this video talking about some of the mistakes that YouTubers make and some of the things that causes your YouTube to fail. And in that video, he said this.
You are watching too much YouTube. God, stop watching too much YouTube. When I started, I was watching this guy called Magraheb. And if you watch my recent videos, like you can still see a bit of his style in my videos because I was watching too much of that guy and I ended up copying him.
Now what he said is very true. If you watch somebody too much, you end up doing your things like them. But the question is that really a bad thing? Is it really a bad thing to copy somebody when you're starting out? Now I can already feel some of you calling up when you hear the word copy. You're like,
oh my god, copy now. I don't want to copy anybody. I'm original. I want to be myself. All my ideas are original. I'm special.
You really aren't. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you really aren't that original or special. You're unique. Okay, yes, they told you that your thumbprint is different from everybody else's thumbprints and your DNA is the only DNA that will ever exist in the world, and so you're special. Which is true, but having a unique thumbprint doesn't really do anything. You have a unique thumbprint, so what? If you're a loser, you're still a loser with a unique thumbprint. That doesn't really help you that much. But a lot of the you are special, you are this and you are that, it's just stuff told to you by motivational speakers who wanted to hype you up so that you buy their courses and their books. Guys, if you hear any noise, my people I've decided to do worship in the other room. So why am I still here? I'll join them later. The thing is, our ideas are never really original. Like as human beings, we learn to do most of the basic things by watching other people. Walking, clapping, or everything you learn to do as a child. You saw other people doing it and you learned how to do it. So yeah, I know you like to think that your ideas come from heaven above and you're some special child and the angels speak to you and the muses come and hug you whenever you are making YouTube videos, and that's why you are so special. But yeah, I'm sorry, your ideas are coming from other people. Okay, let's just establish that. That is a known fact, okay?
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. There's nothing new under the sun. Ha, Nibaru, ha ha, kunim.
I just saw that in a book. I was just reading a book. I didn't even know it was 1 verse 9. Now the confusing thing is, you can't also just take everything somebody does and just redo it and pass it off as your own. You probably get sued. And that leads us to the very, very popular quote, good artists copy, great artists steal. And so when you start learning how to do anything, there's a point where you have to absorb. You just have to copy everything you see. Kobe Bryant admitted to copying Michael Jordan. Like he said, he copied his technique almost 100%. Lots of great artists have talked about how they try to copy their idols. Lots of great musicians try to play like their idols. In the book Mastery, Robert Greene breaks it down into 3 steps. Step 1 is deep observation, which he calls the passive mode. Step 2 is skill acquisition, which he calls the practice mode. And step 3 is Step 3, I'm coming, let me check. Step 3 is experimentation, the active mode. Now I read that book like 4 years ago, and there's one very important phrase that stuck with me. In the deep observation mode, Robert Greene says you have to mute your colors. Don't try to be unique or anything like that. You just have to learn everything that came before you. You will want to acknowledge the reality and submit to it, muting your colors and keeping in the background as much as possible, remaining passive and giving yourself the space to observe. So now let's use Nii Yemoh himself as an example. He mentioned that when he started, he used to watch this guy called McDonald's or something like that.
I was watching this guy called Magraheb.
And so when he started making videos, his videos look like that guy's videos. You can see it. If you look at, he showed some of his videos. You can see the color grading is the same. And so we can see at that point, Nii Yemoh was in the deep observation phase. But at some point, Nii Yemoh had to graduate from just watching the guy and start making his own videos. And that's the point where he's making the videos and you realize that wait, this thing looks exactly like this guy's videos. And then you get into the 3rd stage, which is experimentation, where you start saying,
oh I don't like this, I don't like that, let me change this, this looks too much like this guy.
That's where he is now. And he mentioned that even now his videos kind of look like the guy's videos. But here's the thing, when I watch Nii Yemoh's videos, it looks like Nii Yemoh's videos to me now. Like if you really look at the videos, if you really look at his videos now and the guy whatever's videos, yeah, you can tell the similarities. But if he didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known. Like even if I watch the guy's videos and I watch Nii Yemoh's videos, it wouldn't click in my mind that oh yeah, this, because now he has gotten to the stage where now he has done his own thing. So for a lot of new YouTubers, if you are starting YouTube, you usually don't know much. You don't know how to talk to the camera, you don't know how to edit, you don't know how to do lots of things. So lots of new YouTubers are in that beginning stage where they have to watch a lot of YouTube.
Stop watching too much YouTube.
Watch a lot of YouTube.
Stop watching too much YouTube.
Watch a lot of YouTube. I like to, you feel some way to disagree with Nii Yemoh because Nii Yemoh is like the boss, but yeah, lots of us new YouTubers are in the beginning stage where we have to absorb and learn what everybody has done before us. But here's the problem, and this is the reason why I think Nii Yemoh said that thing about watching too much YouTube, is because you guys do not know how to steal ideas. You don't know how to copy. My goodness, like my first YouTube video was about this because I watched lots of Ghanaian YouTube and I realized that everybody is fucking the same. And if you watch Nii Yemoh's channel a lot, he has mentioned this copy thing so many times. Even in that video, he mentioned that you shouldn't follow trends.
Stop following trends.
So many people have been on his channel and mentioned the whole copying thing. It's because lots of us new YouTubers, we just rip people off. There's a reason why every Ghanaian YouTuber's YouTube intro is like, listen, yes, you have to absorb information, but at some point you have to learn the art of stealing ideas and making them your own. Once again, good artists copy and great artists steal. So if you are starting out, I like to believe that you are a good artist, right? So you are copying now. Here's the thing, copy off camera. Like listen, I didn't know how to talk to the camera when I began YouTube, and I still feel like I'm now getting good at it. So yeah, I think I'm getting good at it slightly. And also my speech is terrible, so I watch my favorite YouTubers and I try to talk like them. I made so many videos that I'd never posted and I will never ever post. I don't know if I'll put some inside this video. Nah. Nobody's ever going to see those videos. And that leads me to the next thing, which is that you can't just copy one person. You can't just steal ideas from one person. Everybody will know what is wrong with you. In Steal Like an Artist, there's a chapter called Start Copying. There's a quote in there that says, start copying what you love. Copy, 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 copy. At the end of the copy, you'll find yourself. There's another quote in Steal Like an Artist by a guy named Gary Panther, which says, if you have one person you are influenced by, everyone will say you are the next whoever. But if you rip off 100 people, everyone will say you are so original. So don't copy one person, copy everybody. Which is why it was so baffling when I saw these people who are trying to copy Headless YouTuber, like masked YouTuber and faceless reporter. I'm like,
Really added a masked YouTuber.
Faceless reporter,
hey, no easy. You can see that this person is clearly copying this other one person. Like, what's wrong with you? Copy everybody. Some guy wanted to do travel videos, was calling it Africa to the world. Are you crazy? We will catch you. You're stealing all the Maya's thing. Like Magraheb recently did the Acting Americana in a church video, which blew up, and so lots of people are doing it. And for now, it's looking like they're paying homage to Magraheb. They are inspired. But I have no doubts that my people will take this thing to the moon. By the end of next year, there will be 100,000 Acting Americana in church videos. I mean, I know you cannot copy Kontrolla because that kind of animation you can't do it. If you do it, guys, it will be nice like that. Feel? So with all of this being said, should you stop watching too much YouTube? Well, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not your daddy. After watching this video, go and watch Nii Yemoh's video, compare, and take the one that works for you. Okay? So yeah, so Nii Yemoh, I know you're watching the video right now. Shouts to you, bro. You are killing it in the YouTube game. You are our father, okay? But at this point in time, you are the father of everybody, father of all Ghanaian YouTubers. One day, if I'm supposed to choose the YouTube president, it's going to be Nii Yemoh, okay? Also, with the Mile for a Million, the campaign is still going on. Like when I began, I was watching lots of YouTubers and I realized everybody was asking their audience to subscribe. And so I decided to put my own spin on it, and I decided never to ask you to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will ask you to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about everything I've said. If you agree, disagree. If you think the video is trash, let me know. And I will see you soon in another video. By the end of next... Oh my goodness.